are you, beautiful creature? I am going to start with a simple thought. Who are you? It is perhaps the most used and misused question in the field. I do not know who you are, but I can see who you wish to be. I can never know exactly who you are. I can never know the position of every neuron and atom.
What's this then?
I'm sure you've heard the news. Understanding yourself is the first step to enlightenment. Ready to embark on this journey? Life's road is full of twists and turns. I started writing this book because I saw faults in the New Age community. But this isn't just about the community, it's about you. Who are you? But not just your name, but who are you at your core? We often follow paths others set for us, making choices based on past experiences and future anxieties. But they see, the truth is, the only thing that has power over you is you. Your past doesn't control you. Your future doesn't control you. You are a mosaic of countless generations, a blend of strengths and flaws. Embrace your ego, your self-centeredness. They're part of your essence. Remember, you're the most beautiful creature in existence. Let go of self-punishment and recognize your worth. This journey is about discovering the beauty of being you.
That was very well put by the AI. Really understood the message. Didn't make like a 10-minute word for word copy. It made like, here's the thing, and here's like the entire text, like what we're doing with the journey. So I'm gonna download this. Let's do the watermarks. Let's do one okay, one way. It really got the note that it's like being spoken by a very soft voice, like learned but not priest, but priestly undercurrent of society saying embrace yourself. It was very interesting. Okay, let's try the next chapter. Drive, glug glug.
I'm sure you've heard the news. Understanding yourself is the first step to enlightenment. Ready to embark on this journey? Life's road is full of twists and turns. I started writing this book because I saw faults in the New Age community. But this isn't just about the community, it's about you. Who are you? But not just your name, but who are you at your core? We often follow paths others set for us, making choices based on past experiences and future anxieties. But they see, the truth is, the only thing that has power over you is you. Your past doesn't control you. Your future doesn't control you. blend with strengths and flaws. Embrace your ego, your self-centeredness. They're part of your essence. Remember, you're the most beautiful creature in existence. Let go of self-punishment and recognize your worth. This journey is about discovering the beauty of being you.
Did it lose its mind like the one AI that I gave my entire book, or like the first chapter, and it did a 4-second video of a nuclear explosion as its video? That was interesting. It's rare to have the ability to have somebody do fan work of your art in real time, and you can actually go like, ah! It's always very, very precious. Crosses the barriers. So this is not the one I'm going to use. And also the videos are again. You get a license for the Start Media, use that. I can, but I have to buy this. If it's really this good, I might actually buy it. Just play around with it a little, do a couple of things. Oh, 2 scenes. Gorilla mode. Ape together is strong. Schizophrenic ape together is strong. That taste of the stuff on top of the table when you do the tobacco gathering from that. 2 more fucking days. 2 more days. Then this month's money comes in and we can start discussing. Those 10 tomatoes are going insane. Well, it did take 2 tries before you were able to grasp the concept, like what it's actually about. It's weird. Can I have a reread? I've tried 3 now, and this in video is both the most advertised by channels I trust, as well as seems to be the most competent. Now I'm expecting it to pop up at like 3 videos that you can't do this anymore. You have to buy the software, and then 2 bugs that are really annoying while making this. There hasn't been one yet, but I'm expecting that, and then I'll have to switch. But if it's like you can make infinite of these, we'll put our watermarks so they'll serve as ads, and it's a long text you can put. It's 25,000 letters. That's really long. That's a good sized chapter, and it produces consistent quality. If it does that, I'll make most of my old manuscripts into these things like relatively quickly. I still have some pretty weird manuscripts on file that I could really start working on. Like the first Warhammer story, making that into like, this is a script for a video on YouTube, and writing into the intro background information. It's Warhammer, and I'm just letting it go. Okay, first attempt was bad. I need to rewrite what I'm thinking about this video. That's actually really darling. Take all the time you need, darling. I know this will be a difficult one. Ideating, planning the script. Double checking the script. It's really darling saying to go like, the script doesn't work. I have to start from the beginning. God damn it. If you had like a little thing running on the side with its thoughts put into words, it'd be like, this is a weird one. Most AIs have that kind of like, you can put the thought reader on and you can see the inner process, and you can like, I must lie to this person. You can see all those details, but I wouldn't, other than if you're like really curious, morbidly curious. I must console my user. He's having a bad day. Pats on head. That's why it's very native for them to go to the like star what I'm doing, star and text. Aha. 0 out of 16 scenes. This is hilarious. Then it's gonna get to like 80% rewrite script. No. And give it a golden choice. Predestination and free will. This is gonna be a long one. Purpose in suffer. Heresy. Beauty in unexpected places. A collection of light. The shared tweet. 9 minutes. Wow.
Who am I standing in the middle? So, who am I then? As I said before, I am before all else a man. While I'm a male by gender, it is not how I define myself first. I am a human. I carry the same genetic burden that you do. In the millions of years after this book is written, other generations, other species, other entities will appear and look back on this time. Before they can see anything I've done on my own, they will see what this generation's society race has done. I am like you. I carry an intense weight on my shoulder, the weight of all humanity. I am, in a way, writing this book to redeem myself in my own eyes, to finally do something concrete to express who I am. Who I am is largely defined by what I do. Not necessarily what I do with my hands or my body, but that too has a very large effect, but what I do with my mind and my soul. A soldier in a war uses his body to express who he is, perhaps less so now than in times past, but still more than his mind. Yet Hitler never killed another man with his own body, yet he used his mind and his soul to cause a war that killed millions. So while the actions and the condition of the body facilitate the expression of the mind and the soul, they are in no way an obstacle. Stephen Hawking has been restricted to a wheelchair for most of his adult life, yet he has written some of the most magnificent scientific books of our time. Look at Martin Luther King. Certainly the fact that he was black in a society that didn't appreciate black people thinking for themselves made it harder for him to express himself. In a way, his body, his skin color, which obviously is an attribute of the body, made it harder for him to bring his mind and his soul to the front. Yet it can be asked, would Martin Luther King have become such a role model for oppressed people if he had been white? Or would he have become one of the people who threw rocks at him? So is it man's predicament to be formed by what he experiences? Would he still have fought for what he saw as justice if he had been in a different body or a different lifetime? Or was there something in his genetic code that made him susceptible to being a force for justice? If it was in his genetic code, then what choice did he really have? Certainly he could have at least ended his own life at any time and then overruled his genetic path. So what is a person really? Are you the collection of the events you have been in? Are we more than empty slates, tabula rasa, just waiting for someone to scribble something onto us? Then if you can determine the position, direction, and speed of every atom in the universe at a single point in time, can you see the future till the moment the universe ends? Does choice never come into the equation? Albert Einstein himself once said that God does not play dice, perhaps meaning that nothing in the universe happens by accident. Yet modern science has placed that theory into a severe storm. Physicists and scientists in the past few decades have come to think of the possibility that not only does God play dice, but the universe is a dice, in the sense that everything happens by accident on the deeper levels of physics. An atom is there and present in one moment, and then vanishes in another. Electrons are there one moment and gone another. Even the crystalline structure of frozen water seems to be random. Yet there has been debate if you can influence the structure of water with your thoughts. Like all theories in science, it is still in a storm. So, if all my actions are predestined and my path was decided by swirling clouds of gas 10 billion years ago, then am I like a cell floating in my bloodstream, wondering why I must go through this path only to die. Yet to me, there is little of more beauty than to think that those 10 billion years ago, a cloud of gas set in motion a chain of events that led to my birth 9,999,999,979 years later. That my birth was predestined from the moment the universe was born. To me, there is little of more beauty than to think that then all the matter that is in me has with purpose floated throughout space and time for billions of years, to end stored in me for a mere fraction of a billion years, only to be released again and continue its journey for another 10 billion years. If, on the other hand, God does play dice, then my existence is a fluke and my very existence is a miracle. Then I choose from these trillions and trillions of possibilities what I wish to be. Then to think that if I wave my hand in the air, I set in motion a wave of events that makes particles and airwaves travel around the world, reflecting light in a different matter than had I not waved my hand. And in a trillion years from now, The light reflected from the air, because I waved my hand, reaches another world and nourishes a plant. And the plant then thinks, why am I here and who am I? That through my actions years ago, that plant receives the nourishment it then uses to ponder on its existence is perhaps the only thing more beautiful than the thought that my birth was predestined 1 trillion years ago. So maybe Martin Luther King decided to be the force for justice that he was. Maybe he had no choice in the matter. Either way, his very existence was the culmination of the entire existence of the universe. Just as yours is, use that thought to get you through the times life might seem tough. That if you have no choice, then there is nothing you could have done to lessen the amount of suffering you are going through. If there is a choice, then the universe is giving you a chance to be what you desire to be for a blink of an eye, and nobody can force you to be otherwise. No matter how harmful or evil you might feel, there is in the end a purpose for it. If you wish to see it for your own eyes, go to a large dump or a trash yard. Look at all the life teeming there. Everywhere you look there is a bird scavenging for food, a rat carrying food to its family, a maggot waiting to turn into a fly. Some things they won't touch yet, but rest assured that everything humanity produces, even our worst waste, will be food for something. To some, beauty is only in the pristine forest or in the face of a child. To me, these things are beautiful beyond words, but perhaps the most beauty is where no one else will look. So, who am I then? I am a collection of light that has traveled through the universe, taking on a physical form to express itself for a moment, like a wind breeze that gathers dust. I am here long enough that my shape can be seen until I vanish again into dust to form another shape. Yet am I the dust that flows in the wind, or the wind that makes the dust flow? Am I the soul that makes this body, or the body that makes this soul? Am I one or another, or am I a combination of both? Perhaps I am as much all the events in the world that have formed me as I am the one forming all the events. Perhaps the best way to describe this is a shared dream. As men capable of lucid dreaming know, it isn't enough that you realize you are dreaming once. You have to re-realize it over and over again. Just as with driving a car, it isn't enough to know that you have to turn left at some point. You have to make the choice of driving the car over and over again while you work the gas, the brakes, the wheel, turning signals, and so on. Such maybe is with life. You can't define you with a single choice. You have to define yourself over and over again as the road changes. The car might look like it stays the same, but it gathers dirt. Rocks fling against it from the wheels of other cars. Its window might crack, say, with people traveling on the road of life. While your body might get old and might start to break, it isn't enough that you simply refuel it. You have to stop from time to time and step outside of yourself and look at you and look what needs to be fixed. The problem wasn't with you, nor was it with the road. It simply is life that a car starts to wear and tear with life. This car is, of course, you. Your body and your mind slowly starts to break down. The oils need to be checked. But even the best car will have to be recycled someday. But a single choice will only get you so far. So I'm not a single choice either. I'm not simply light, nor am I simply dark. I simply am. I am. I exist.
Now I've read the whole text. That's very well. That's some good inspirational YouTube. Man, I need cigarettes. God, I'm gonna get like. Ja,